Varyn. Who is he? Orbis is slowly being corrupted by the mysterious element of void that twists creatures into dark and demonic versions of themselves, and turning Zone 6 into a completely shrouded wasteland, and seeping into the other zones through things like void spawn and the Outlander's magical malpractice. But why is this happening? Because of one green tentacly guy, Varyn. As far as we know, Varyn is a god hell-bent on the domination and destruction of Orbis, the home of his adversary Gaia. But why does he want this? What does he stand to gain? Gaia is the creator of Orbis, the world that the player starts their Hytale adventure in. Named after the Greek goddess of Earth, Gaia is presumably the master of the elements in the Hytale world, wearing them as beads in her hair. However, the element of void is not one of her trades. This is where Varyn comes in. He is the possible creator and arcane master of void magic, which he uses to invade Orbis and Gaia. We have seen that Gaia is in a possible comatose state, and her temple has been corrupted, including the golem that acts as guard, and I believe that this is a result of Varyn taking control, since the corruption is similar to the void seen on Orbis, with their distinctly purple hue. Now why has Varyn done this? Is it purely for domination, or is it as a result of a grudge or hatred towards Gaia? Is it possible that Gaia has done something to anger Varyn? In Greek mythology, Gaia rebels against the Olympian gods and starts a war with them. It could be possible that the Hytale universe mirrors this mythology, and Gaia and Varyn have been at war, as Varyn represents the position of the Olympian gods, and Gaia as herself. It is obvious that in the world of Hytale that Varyn is winning this war and taking over Gaia's homeworld, similar to in Greek mythology. Many people assume that Varyn is the antagonist of this story, however I believe that it may be up to the player who they choose to view as good and evil. As in Greek mythology, the gods are the good guys, the people to be worshipped. As we have seen in the Tessa and Kairos concept art, Kairos seems as though they are corrupted and harnessing the power of void magic with that purple glow in their eyes. Assuming that this is concept art for the player, this means that it may be possible for the player to follow the footsteps of Varyn and practice his dark arts, as opposed to following Gaia's footsteps. As we know, the Outlanders already worship Varyn and use his magic to try and make themselves stronger, such as in the case of the Colossus. This begs a question of, can the player do the same thing? Maybe not to the extent of becoming physically larger and mutated, but perhaps increasing passive attributes such as strength and health and speed by carrying out sacrifices for Varyn and bathing in the Outlander's purple pools. This would be a great addition to the Hytale game, as it further emphasises the freedom of the player and would allow them to feel more in control, creating a more fun gaming experience. It would also add to the depth of the world, feeling like you are truly in the story and able to make a difference. I know that if I could worship Varyn, I would sure dabble in that in my first playthrough. Dip my toes in a bit of purple Varyn sauce, so to speak. So, to answer the question, who is Varyn? He is a god in the Hytale world who is taking over the world of Orbis with his corrupt void magic to oppose his adversary Gaia, and it is up to the player who they choose to help to either stop or spread the corruption. Varyn is a possible idol or enemy, and I guess we'll have to wait till 2030 to see if this theory is right or not. With all that said, thank you for watching. I've been yhtomiT. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Adios amigos.